G'day Internet, my name is Andrew Russell, and if you don't know me, I was the lead programmer on a game called River City Ransom Underground, which you can see the store page for on your screen right now. And on that game, I worked with someone called Daniel Crenna. He was he ran the show and he was the producer of the game, but he was also one of the programmers. And so while I did all of the engine work and like the networking and the graphics and the physics and all of that stuff, Daniel did all of the gameplay code. So he wrote there's like 500 moves in the game, and he wrote the code for almost all of them. He wrote all the code for the cutscenes and the scripts and all of the objects in the game and all of that stuff. So anyway, we got finished that game, and Daniel came to me and he's like, you know what, I, learned a lot doing River City Ransom Underground and writing all the gameplay code and stuff. But I want to learn what you do, which is sort of game engine programming and all of the sort of maths that goes into it and the sort of knowledge about optimization and how to structure code for a game that a game is a big thing to write. Like River City Ransom Underground was like 300,000 lines of code, I think, all up. And to do a big project between basically two programmers, like you have to structure it in a certain way and stuff. And so Daniel was like, can you teach me to program the way that you do? And so I said, yeah, sure, why not? And on top of that, Daniel was good enough to say, you know what, why don't we record these lessons as videos and upload them to YouTube? So, people who might also be interested in learning how to do engine game programming sort of stuff, they can get the benefit as well. So if you were to go over to my YouTube channel over here, this is my main channel, and you were to click on my other channel, Andrew Russell Coding, you get here. And we've already put several of these up. There's 9 so far, and there's a 10th one that I'm about to upload just after I upload this. And, we go to this playlist here, and actually I go back, I want to view full playlist. So, we talk about like, we're starting off with 2D maths and stuff and, vectors, and we got a little stuck in the weeds with Minkowski. So sort of early on, it was me sort of whiteboarding, here's the maths and here's how it works, and, here's some homework to go and do. And we've sort of evolved that structure into like a sort of a live coding session where, Daniel and I will sit down and we'll have, my IDE on one side of the screen, his on the other side of the screen, and we'll talk through a problem and be like, right, we're going to program this today and sort of get some experience. And we talk about like the background about how it works, and we still do like whiteboard stuff. So then, I'll explain what all the maths is and why you need to know it. And so, yeah, if you go to my Andrew Russell Coding channel on YouTube, it's only got 2 subscribers at the moment, but I'm hoping now that I do this video, we'll get some more people watching. Now that we've like figured out a good format and we sort of have a better idea about what we're doing, that people will watch along and get some value out of it. On top of that, I've also released a thing called FNA Template. So if you go to GitHub, and links for all of these things will be in the description of this video. If you go to GitHub, there's all this documentation and stuff, and I'll be simplifying it and building on it. Basically, this is like FNA is a remake of the old Microsoft XNA system. So it's like a really quick and easy way to get programming. It's in a nice language, C#, which you can do some high level and maybe not so game engine-y stuff, and it's, garbage collected and stuff. But you can also drop down and do some lower level stuff. It's not quite as good as native code, but it's got a fairly wide range. So it's C#, and the API is very nice. And so someone called Ethan Lee has made a remake of it that's open source. And what I've done here is I've basically made a template project that you can download and just click a couple of buttons, install a few things, and you can very quickly start a new FNA project. So if you want to follow along with what Daniel and I are doing on the videos, download this template and you can follow along. You need like Visual Studio Community Edition or something, which is a free download, so you don't have to spend any money to actually get into this. And I think that's everything I had to say. So check out the GameDev coaching playlist on my coding channel, and grab the template if you want to follow along and code along with us. And otherwise look at my website andrewrussell.net, or follow me on Twitter @_Andrew Russell. And if you want to follow Daniel Crenna, who's the willing participant in this endeavor, you can follow him on Twitter @Daniel Crenna. So all of these links will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully if you watch these videos and you enjoy it, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we've made any mistakes or something. Argue with us about the right programming language to use. Anything at all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the internet. Cheers.